All right, so today we're going deep on something pretty interesting.
Yeah.
This platform called The Harvest is Plenty.
Interesting name.
And it's not just the name. The whole thing, like the feeling you get from it is super intentional. They use these polished videos, really beautiful shots of like nature and people hanging out.
It's a very popular aesthetic now.
Right. And they use this music that's really uplifting and
Definitely puts you in a certain mood.
it totally draws you in.
Yeah, and that's not by accident.
No.
You know, it really taps into this like very basic human desire for hope and purpose.
Sure.
I mean,
it's something a lot of us are.
Especially these days.
Looking for early.
Yeah.
And they get right to the point. You know, right in the first line they say, "Welcome to the harvest is plenty a place to discover God's purpose for creation, work, and rest."
It's a pretty powerful statement.
Yeah, it's a powerful statement. Who do you think they're talking to here?
I think they are speaking to people who are feeling a little lost.
Okay.
Maybe a little unfulfilled in their lives.
Yeah.
People who are looking for a deeper meaning in their lives.
Okay.
But I think specifically they're targeting people who are looking for that meaning within a Christian or spiritual framework.
Interesting.
Because of how much they emphasize this idea of God's purpose.
Okay.
You know, it's not just purpose.
Right.
It's God's purpose.
Yeah.
That they want you to discover.
So this is where it gets really interesting for me.
Okay.
Because they mention work and rest together in that opening line.
Okay.
Like work and rest.
Interesting.
Whoa, hold on. Most platforms are telling me to hustle all the time.
Yeah, grind set.
Yeah. And this is like, whoa, work and rest. That feels different.
It is pretty intriguing.
It is.
That they bring those two together like that.
Yeah.
I think it really speaks to like this growing feeling that people have that we need more balance. You know, and I think this platform is really positioning itself to address that need.
Interesting.
But specifically within like a faith-based context.
Okay, so I'm curious.
Yeah.
Is that like a new concept, or has faith always kind of tied those two things together?
That's a good question.
What do you think makes this platform unique?
I think that's something that, you know, different faiths and different traditions within those faiths have answered in different ways throughout history.
Okay.
But I think what makes this platform interesting is that they're taking this classic idea of harvest.
Yes. The harvest metaphor.
Which is super powerful.
Right.
But it's also kind of old-fashioned.
Yes.
Right.
Feels a little old-fashioned.
So are they able to make that resonate with people today?
Right.
I think they are trying to give it like a modern spin.
Sure.
And the way they're doing that is really interesting because they're using a lot of visuals.
Yes. They have beautiful visuals.
Lots of golden hour shots. Really warm lighting.
It makes you feel a certain way when you watch it.
Yeah, and I think they're doing that on purpose.
Interesting.
Because they're trying to visually link this idea of harvest to this idea of abundance.
Okay.
And they're doing it in a way that even if you're not consciously thinking about it, it's like working on you subconsciously.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Do you think that's intentional? Do you think they're doing that on purpose?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's not just about telling you about this idea of abundant life.
Right.
They're showing you.
They are.
You know, peaceful nature, people laughing, being creative, connecting with each other.
All the things that make you feel good.
Yeah, they're really using that emotional appeal.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, when they say abundant life, what does that even mean in this context?
That is the question, isn't it?
It is.
Because I think different people are going to come to this and interpret that phrase in different ways.
Totally.
Right.
For sure.
Like for some people, it might mean material wealth or success.
Right.
You know, like having a big house, a nice car, lots of money in the bank.
Yeah.
But for other people, it might be about having spiritual fulfillment or really strong relationships.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
So I think that this is one of those phrases that's really open to interpretation.
Yeah.
Which can actually be a really powerful tool.
Okay.
When you're trying to connect with a large audience.
Interesting. So they're really selling this feeling of belonging and, you know, this joyful harvest. But how do they actually get you to join in?
Right.
That's where the call to action comes in, right?
Exactly.
Subscribe for more.
That's it.
Simple.
And I think that that's very intentional.
Okay.
You know, because what they're doing is they're building a community around these ideas.
Okay.
Purpose, faith, abundance.
Okay.
And they're making it really clear
okay.
that subscribe button, that's your invitation to join that community.
Interesting.
That's how you become a part of this.
Okay, so we've kind of unpacked
We've gone deep.
the message, the
The
visuals,
psychology.
even the psychology of it all.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the big question for everyone listening out there.
All right.
What does harvest really mean to you?
Good question.
Is it something you're seeking in your own life?
And I think another interesting question to think about is, what role does faith or a sense of community play in your own personal journey towards that harvest?
Towards that harvest.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's such a good point.
These are big questions.
They are.
And I think they're worth exploring.
Absolutely.
Take some time to think about it.
Yeah. This has been a really thought-provoking deep dive.
Yeah, it's been fun.
It has.
Talking about this.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And keep seeking your own harvest.
Absolutely.